it absolutely all starts out there. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's quite like going into a cathedral. Particularly this wood for me. It's kind of like it has that feeling of, you know, from this point inwards, it starts to feel quite holy. So this is one of those situations where, because the light is going to change so quickly, you haven't got time to kind of really think about what the hell are you doing. You just got to hope in this sort of mad mark making that somehow something will make sense. Because I put so much paint on, you know, if there's a strong wind, it moves the paint around, and that can be utterly catastrophic. Or, you know, in terms of the painting, it's catastrophic. I mean, I've lost a number of paintings because of that, because the paint's just getting blown across the surface. And sometimes it's fantastic, and sometimes it absolutely creates something that I could have got nowhere near. Just because, and I love that. I love that when when it's raining and you get rain blowing in across the painting, and it can just create something that I couldn't have imagined or planned or made marks in any way. And that's some of the magic of it for me, is when the place starts coming in and interacting with the painting, and actually then what comes out of it is a real you know, there's a real relationship with the place while you're painting it. I think that sort of struggle with the elements brings me into just having to be really there with, you know, with the painting, with the elements, with what I'm, you know, with what I'm there to be inspired to do. And then on nice, easy, beautiful, sunny days, my mind can wander as well, you know, just like any human being. I don't think about the end result of the painting at all. I know for some artists, that's a thing, you know, being aware of that somebody's going to be looking at it and how they relate to it, and I don't think about that whatsoever. It's about what's going on for me right here, you know, right here. You're in here when it's sunny and cloudy and there's some breeze. All these bits of light, these pools of light all move around, and it's like being underwater. It's fantastic, you know. There's a sort of quietness to this place because not many people come here, and it feels like that. It's kind of like still. It's nice. There's certain places where the light is everything, and it changes, you know, within 5 or 10 minutes. So you sort of throw yourself immediately in a painting, trying to touch the thing that's really sparking you in the landscape, and because you know it's going to go in 5 or 10 minutes. And but if I don't stop and look at it and really get it inside myself, so I've come to realise that if I sit and drink a cup of tea and do a bit of sketching and look, that sort of pause before the frenetic activity it's really important. It's really, really important. bring the paintings back in into the studio, because of the way I apply the paint on, kind of throwing it and making lots of splat marks. Very often they don't, you know, there's just some simplifying needed, or you know, some little bits of accentuation, or and I'll use anything to kind of clean up or simplify what's going on. So you know, I use pencils and crayon and acrylic and inks and stuff to help with that process, but a lot of it is very fine little touches. There's a Waterboy song called Church Not Made With Hands, and I love that. Church not made with hands, church not made with hands. And that's how I feel when I go out there. Very often is this sort of, this feeling that I think there's a line in the song that's like, you're in this sacred place, and what are you gonna do? And that's really how it feels for me.